iRacing. We all know it has a dated UI in Drive session. It looks like something that's been around since the start of the game. So today we're going to look at 5 different iRacing overlay options. There's a few others out there than what we're going to feature here today, but these are all ones that I've personally used, so I can speak on their behalf of whether they fitted my need, what you may be looking for in an overlay, some of the features and functions that I liked, some of the stuff that I didn't like, and then you can make your decision from there on whether you want to go ahead with these. I believe they all have a free option, except for maybe one of them. I can't remember correctly. I don't think Kapps has a free option anymore, but we'll double check that as we go along. But the other 4 all definitely do have a free option, although it's limited, and we'll speak on each of those once they get there. But let's go take a look at these iRacing overlays. Okay, so let's take a look at Race Labs. This is the page you'll see, the home landing page when you get to the website. So it brings it up here, and obviously the first thing you see here is you can download the Race Labs app. But let's go to the menu here first. See what we have here. So you click on the overlays, and it gives you a brief little image of what each one of the overlays are going to look like, which overlays they actually have, and what information's kind of in each one. Now it's been a good, I'm going to say 8 to 12 months since I've used Race Labs, so they've added some new features since then, and a lot of eye candy stuff. It's definitely one of the better looking overlays available for iRacing. But so there's all your options there. So we'll go back up here and click on the menu again, and let's go take a look at the membership setups. So you get the free option here where you get the 10 overlays. I can't remember exactly which ones they were, but I'm sure once you go into download Race Labs, you'll see the ones you are. It's just going to be your basic information. They're not going to be all that customizable, but those are your 10 overlay options there. And then, like it says right here, basic customizations. You get some of the layout options. Driver tagging limited. I'm assuming that's limited to X number of times you're allowed to do it before you're max out the usage. You get the setup module, and you get the series module. And then for $4.90, I believe that's euros a month, you get obviously access to all the options and overlays and so forth. So that's Race Labs there. I'm going to pop up a couple of different videos here. One of them's from myself back when I used Race Labs, and a couple other people I pulled off YouTube. There should be a VR showing here too as well. It's another thing with Race Labs is they do have full VR compatibility. There's actually a button you can just click on in the overlay itself to open it up in a VR compatible setting. So let's go take a look at those, and then we'll have a look at the next overlays. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Kapps. So here, what you're going to see when you get to the landing page for Kapps. So there is a note here up at the top that you'll see Kapps' development is suspended. That's because I believe he can no longer take payment due to, I believe he's based out of Russia or somewhere in the Eastern European area anyways, and he can no longer get payments. So that's kind of how this has worked out. You can still download Kapps, and you can subscribe as well using basically you just log into Twitch and use your free Prime sub to subscribe to him on Twitch. That gives you the subscription for the overlays. So as I said, you can download it there. Here's a brief kind of look at one of the standings overlays. It actually has 2 different standings formats. This is one of them here, and then this is the classic standings here as well, as he says, for boomers, but it's more of your traditional style, and you've got the standings number 2 with a little more information in it there too as well. And then you got the relative fuel calculator, I will mention, I forgot to mention in the Race Labs, but it's one of the downfalls that I really had with Race Labs is at that time I was doing a lot of Formula 3 league racing, and it wasn't races based on number of laps. It was either a certain number of laps or a timed race, depending whichever came first. And the Race Labs fuel calculator really struggles with race sessions that are based on time or laps. It really struggles to calculate it. There was a couple times where it suggested the wrong amount of fuel and ran out before the end of the race. So I had to look at another source for overlays, and that's what actually brought me to Kapps, and I used their fuel calculator, and it's been probably the best one that I've used. I've never had any issues with it not suggesting enough fuel. It's always right on the money. I still actually use it today. I'm not using the full suite of the Kapps overlays, but I am still using the fuel calculator as it is. Like I said, it's probably the best one that I found. So that's Kapps there. When we click on the subscribe section here, you can kind of get into a little more information as far as the payment and activation. Like I said, he's got a whole frequent asked questions area here. I'm going to go through all the steps on how you can get in there and access it and so forth. It's don't get put off by the length of the FAQ. It's actually pretty easy to get in there and set up. So we'll go take a look at that. And again, as I said, I mentioned the subscription is just a login to Twitch. You do also get a 30-day trial to test it out before you actually do and go and give your Prime sub to Kutu for that. So by all means, use your 30 days and get those 30 days out to see how it goes. So let's go take a look and see how the Kapps look visually on a stream and compare that to what we just saw from Race Labs. Okay, let's move on now to SDK Gaming. This is a probably one of the lesser known overlays for iRacing as far as a streamer type overlay, but it's tremendously popular in the broadcast realm of iRacing, where it's probably the most prominent overlay used for broadcasts until ATVO came along, but that's a whole other ball of wax. But this is the landing page for SDK. This is the home page you'll see when you get here. Of course, you get the options across the top. So let's go and hit the shop section here first to take and see what they're charging as far as monthly subscription. So you see here the base package gives you their live timing, the heads-up display, streamer app, and you can go annual or monthly. But it works out to $8.33 a month. Before the VAT taxes if you're in Europe. So it's a heftier package, but this is a overlay that's open. They give you all access to the CSS code, so if you're into coding, you can basically have unlimited, endless possibilities to change whatever options you want in your overlay and so forth. So you can kind of play around with them as much as you want and kind of manipulate it, change it how you choose. They do have some different themes you can pick from that they've baseline themes they've set up. So the different themes here, this is just the basic package that you get from the start that you can modify. They've got their World Endurance Challenge similar setup. So if you watch the WEC FIA series at all, you'd be very familiar with the layout of this overlay here. And then they've got a NASCAR based type setup with the rolling ticker across the top. Actually, you could show your driver information. They actually have an app here as well that most people probably aren't aware of that either, but we'll show that in a second. Then they've got this F3.5. I don't really see this one ever really get much used. 3.5 is pretty well gone the way of the dinosaur on iRacing, so I don't think you'll see that one much around, but they also have a rally-based kind of setup too as well. But that driver app I mentioned, so driver information app, it's a free app. You can download it, put in your information. You can actually all this will show up. So if you're in a league race or something, you want your information to show up, you put in your team name, so forth. You pick what picture you put in, information, your hometowns, all that kind of stuff. And when you're in a broadcast, it'll actually populate it and show up on the broadcast like you see here, and we just saw earlier with the NASCAR layout. There is a cliff note here on SDK Gaming. So if you're someone who does open setup races, you might have heard of Apex Race Academy. They're a setup shop, but they're also in conjunction with SDK. We can see here they've got a 40% savings going on for the summer, but they do have, like I said, their setups, and there is a package in their setup. So if you're somebody who is looking to do open races and you need setups, over here on their gold package, $24.99 a month, it actually includes the SDK Gaming subscription, plus it gets you your VRS subscription, plus your Apex Race Academy subscription. So you get 2 setup shops, plus you get the SDK overlays in the gold package here. So it's something worth looking at. It's, like I said, it is pricey, but I think if you were to price out the setups shops separately as well as the SDK Gaming, you're probably saving a decent chunk of change there. So that's SDK. We'll go and take a look at how their layouts look at, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, we have 2 left. Let's take a look at a free one. All the ones before that we've looked at so far have had free options or trial options. This one is just straight up free. This is the Romain Rob Collection. It's actually, you can use it across most all the sims out there, as well. Race Lab earlier, as well as compatible with many of the other sims too as well. So you'll find this one. They used to have a link on Race Department. The website is now defunct. I think Overtake.gg took it over. But anyways, SimHub has a whole page here. You'll find the Romain Rob dashboard. So there's links to go through to download, documentation and so forth. It's kind of an all-in-one encompassing pack. You can see briefly here, he's got dash templates. He's got numerous different styles of overlays as far as pedal inputs and so forth, speedometer. There's even flag, your iFlag setups and files. There's stuff in there for that too as well. Rev lights, dash sounds, battery information, so forth. He's even got pit animations and the old bobblehead dog on the dash there. We'll take a quick look at that. There you go, there's the dog and the dice in the mirror. So it's quite interesting to see, and like I said, it's all free, but you do need to access SimHub for that. SimHub can be found here too as well. If you don't have SimHub, I highly recommend it. It's absolute dream for iRacers and sim racers regards. SimHub again is free, but you know, there's a donation for the license. You probably will want the license. It opens up and unlocks a few features. It's just donate whatever you wish to the developer. By all means, give him enough money for coffee or drink or pizza or something. He puts a lot of work into this app and goes from there. So that's Romain Rob. We'll take a quick look at how the layouts look on this one, and then we'll move on to our last one. Okay, and the last one on our list here is iOverlay. It's also the newest kit on the block. It's currently the one that I'm using as well at the time of making this video, along with the Kapps fuel calculator that I mentioned earlier. But so you get to the webpage, this is what you get. pretty basic at the top, but you scroll down here and you'll get into the information. So this was an all-free overlay that just in the past week or so has opened up a pay section. So here you'll find out what's comes in the free and then what comes in the full package. It's kind of set up similar to how Race Labs was earlier, where you get some free overlays. You're limited on what you can alter and change on them and go from there, and then you get the full package. You obviously have access to all the changes and so forth. So the structure of it down here, so they're charging €4.95 a month, and then there's a 3 months package and 12 months package. Actually, it's works out fairly reasonable, $250 a month for the 12-month package, excuse me. And then you have the breakdown here of what's available in each package as you go. Quick little overview of how the overlays look and what's available in the overlays, and then a brief in-cockpit look at them there. So as I said, this is the one we're using now, so let's go take a look at how it looks in the cockpit. So there you have it. 5 alternatives to iRacing's Doldrum dinosaur aged UI for when you're in the cockpit racing. Hopefully there's something there that you found a liking to. And I'd appreciate if you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button if you appreciate the content, so I can continue to make more of this stuff. If you have any questions about any of the overlays, as I said, I've used them all within the last couple of years. I can let you know maybe if there's a feature that you're looking for that might be available in one of the overlays or the other, and not some of the other ones. But for the most part, they all kind of offer the same type of information. It's just a matter of what kind of layout you like better, and I guess overall what kind of pay package you're looking to put forth into an overlay, or if you're just looking for the free package and going from there. So hope you enjoyed this. To see you at the next one, and happy racing out there.